Hello everybody, Loads for Life here, bringing you guys a brand new deck profile. This time around it is Heraldic Star Seraphs. This is a deck that I've been working on for quite a while. And it is a very fun, little interesting deck and how it works and everything. Very fast, easy to go into just about any rank 4 you want to. And because it's Star Seraphs, it mainly likes to focus on going for rank 4s that need 3 or more Xyz materials. Now sadly, since Shockmaster is banned, we can't go into him, but there's a few good ones that are good replacers. So let's go ahead and go onto the deck profile before I start rambling. First and foremost, 3 Heraldic Beast Leo. This guy is honestly probably my favorite Heraldic Beast in terms of artwork and stuff. But however, he's also the centerpiece of Heraldics and how the deck works. If he hits the graveyard in any way, doesn't matter how or why, if he hits graveyard, you get to search out a Heraldic Beast monster. You can only do that once per turn, and you cannot grab himself. Also, during the end phase of the turn he was normal summoned, he kills himself. So you get to search no matter what, but however, there's easier ways than just normal summoning end phase and waiting. So yeah. Next up, 3 Heraldic Beast Amber Conway. This guy is one of the really good Heraldic Beasts. Actually, I'm playing all the really good Heraldic Beasts. So this guy, basically what he does is if there's 2 in the grave, or at least 2 in the grave, copies of himself, you can banish 1 copy and add any Heraldic Beast card from your graveyard to your hand. The only issue of that is that it's a bit slow, but however it's very easy to set up and everything with how much Heraldic Beasts like to be in graveyard and how easy it is to get stuff engraved for the deck. He's also a beat stick, obviously, and since he has a wind, you could go into Lightning Chidori, although I never really did it, so I actually ended up cutting out Lightning Chidori. So, anyways, yeah, really good card. He's a dragon, he's a wind, beat stick really, more so than anything. Next up, 3 Heraldic Beasts Amphispina. This is the only one that I still haven't completely figured out how to actually pronounce that name. So this thing here, this was one of the new ones that we finally got out of World Superstars, if I remember correctly. And this guy speeds up Heraldic Beasts a lot. Okay, so basically you can spell summon them from your hand by discarding another Heraldic Beast. Very easy to do, and that will usually key opener is him plus Leo, so you get to search out another copy of something. Very good card. He has another effect where he can discard a Heraldic Beast to increase his attack power by 800, but I don't really do that very much unless I'm getting ready to go for game, because that does pump him up to 25, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff that you can do with getting more Heraldics engraved. Now for the 2 of Heraldics, I played 2 Heraldic Beast Twin-Headed Eagle. This guy is a really fun one to use. So basically what he does is, while he's not a powerhouse, what he does is, while he's in the graveyard, you can banish him, target an Xyz monster that you control that has no Xyz material, and then target 2 Heraldic Beasts in your graveyard, and attach those 2 Heraldic Beasts onto that Xyz monster as Xyz material. So this card really helps out late game whenever you've used all your Castell materials or something, which is very easy to do. And then also my personal favorite is using it on Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, because Dark Rebellion is not once per turn. So you just detach and suck up some attack points, use this thing's effect, give it more materials, and do it again. It's a really good card for the deck. And then finally for the Heraldic Beast Unicorn. This guy is kind of one of the not too great ones, but he still helps out a lot, and he's another name for Heraldic Beast. So basically what this guy does is, while he's in the graveyard, you can banish him, target a Psychic type Xyz monster in graveyard, special summon it, and its effects on the field are negated. Now, the issue I have with this card is that monster's obviously effects are negated, and it's the only one that you really want to bring back is Patriarch, and for good reason, which I will explain whenever we get to Patriarch in the extra deck. But it's honestly a very mediocre effect, except for just bringing back Patriarch, which is good for getting in damage and using Patriarch's engrave effect a lot more often. But still, he's definitely not one of the stronger Heraldic Beasts. Now then, for the Star Seraphs, I'm playing 3 Star Seraph Scepter. He's a Stratos. And if he's used for an Xyz summon of an Xyz monster that needs 3 or more Xyz materials, you get to pop a card on the field and draw a card. Very good card. Next, I'm playing 3 Star Seraph scale. Basically what this guy does is, if he is special summon, you can special summon out a light monster. If I remember right, it's a, sorry, Star Seraph, I thought it was any light monster, from your hand, and you can place 1 light monster from your graveyard on top of your deck. And then if he's used for the Xyz summon of a Xyz monster that needs 3 or more Xyz materials, and then that monster gains an additional effect to where every time a monster is special summoned from the hand, once per turn, you get to draw a card. Which is very, very, very good, and use special summon from the hand a lot in this deck, and there's also a lot of decks out there that special summon from the hand as well. So it's very, very useful. And then finally, to round out the Star Seraphs, I'm playing 3 Star Seraph Sovereignty. He basically is a Kage to Kage is the easiest comparison I can think of. If you summon out a Star Seraph, you can just summon him and then draw a card. There's a neat little combo you can do with Scepter and everything, but I'm sure everybody knows that combo by now. Basically what the combo is, you normal summon him. If you have one of these guys already, you activate this guy's effect, you search off of this guy, and then you grab another one of these guys, and then whenever this one summons, you can summon out the one you just added, and then you get to draw 2 and stuff. It's really, really good. So that's it for the monsters. Next up for the spells, I'm playing 3 Advanced Heraldry Art. Basically what this does is you target 2 Heraldics in your graveyard, and then use them for Xyz summon. However, you must use only those 2 monsters for that Xyz summon. You bring out those 2 monsters, then immediately after they hit the field, you go for an Xyz summon of an Xyz monster, and only with those 2. Very, very good card, especially for late game and mid game. It is a really, really, really good card, and it's really what makes Heraldic Beast such a great deck. Next up, they actually have another Monster Reborn, and that is Heraldry Reborn. This card, basically, it's Monster Reborn for Heraldic Beasts. It is like verbatim Monster Reborn for Heraldic Beasts. Next up, for the 2 ofs, I play 2 Twin Twister. Almost everything in this deck likes to be engraved. You can discard a Leo, search, and then pop 2. Well, pop 2, then search, I guess. Very, very good card for the deck. 2 instant fusions. I do play Norden, and I do play Thousand Eyes Restrict. I went with 2 just so I see it more, and the Thousand Eyes is more so just as a extra thing, because I don't have another Norden. And actually, I think, didn't Norden get hit? I can't remember. Next up, I play 2 Rank Up Magic, the Quick Chaos. I play 2 different rank ups in here. This is one of them. This card is really, really good for OTKs. You attack with your big beat stick, you activate this card, rank it up, and then attack again. Very, very good card. Now for the 1-ofs, I play 1 Rank Up Magic Admiration of the 1000. I've always liked this card. I don't know why, I just always have. So basically what this card is, you target, it's probably just better if I read it off. Target 1 or more Xyz monsters in each graveyard, all of the same rank. Special summon them from your graveyard. Special summon from your extra deck 1 number C or CAXYZ monster that is 1 rank higher than those monsters, and attach those monsters to it as Xyz materials. You cannot special summon other monsters during the turn you activate this card. You can only activate 1 at Rank Up Magic Admiration of the 1000s per turn. Basically, this card is an ultimate top deck. So what this card does is, let's say I have Castel 101, and I don't know Patriarch Engrave, and my opponent is playing Black Wings and has a 4 Strix Engrave. I activate this card, target our 4 Xyz monsters, special summon a, number C101, and then overlay all those Xyz materials from the graveyard onto it. So it's a very good top decking card, but that's really, it's a fun little card. I like it. It's won me a few games. 1 Augmented Heraldry. This is the Heraldic Beast Field spell. It's really good, but not in this mix. I only like playing 1 of it in this mix. But however, if I was playing pure Heraldic Beast, I'd be playing 2 to 3. Basically what this card does is you can discard a Heraldic Beast monster to add a Heraldry spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. If you do that, you cannot summon anything except for Heraldic Beasts or Psychic type Xyz monsters for the rest of that turn. Psychic type Xyz monsters cannot be targeted by spell or trap effects. So it's a really good card for early game, but late game not so much. The really best thing about it is getting searched out. Good old Advanced Heraldry Art. 1 Upstart and 1 Force Burial. I feel like that those are kind of self-explanatory. And then I only played 2 traps, and that is 2 Call to Haunted. Just simply to bring back stuff so I can go for more Xyz plays, because I don't have enough Monster Reborn spam in this deck. Now onto the extract. First and foremost, the 1-ofs. I play 1 Castel, you know, just general removal. 1 101. 1 number 18, I thought he was 81 for some reason. 18 Heraldry Patriarch. Basically what this thing does is it has a really decent on-field effect where you can detach Xyz material. This is a quick effect. Target one monster where there are multiple copies of that monster out on field, and then destroy all other copies, and so long as Patriarch's on field, neither player, or I believe only your opponent, cannot special summon that monster again. So basically, like, let's say your opponent has 2 Deneb out, you can detach, target one of the Denebs, the other Deneb dies, and so long as Patriarch is out, your opponent cannot summon out Deneb. And he has another effect, which is the better effect, where if he hits the graveyard, doesn't matter how, you can send 2 Heraldic Beast monsters from your deck to the grave. Really good card. The only reason why you only play 1 of this guy is because you can bring him back with Unicorn. Number 8, Heraldic King Genome Heritage. Oh boy, that's a mouthful. Basically what this guy does is he copies a Xyz monster that your opponent controls, reduces its attack points to 0, it becomes that monster, like basically an attack and effect and name as well, if I remember correctly. Basically what this thing does is copy everything. I love it. It's a really fun card. The only issue is that he is archetype exclusive to Heraldics. He needs 2 Heraldics to go into it, which is actually probably a really good thing because he'd probably be an extra deck staple in every rank 4 deck. 1 Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, because the whole, you know, Twin-Head Eagle thing I just mentioned earlier. Now then, number 102 Star Seraph Sentry. This is the Star Seraph boss monster. Basically, you can detach Xyz material, target 1 monster your opponent controls, half its attack points, negate its effects, and if he would be destroyed, you can detach all Xyz materials from him. Not very impressive, but I like him. Although his Chaos form is 100 times better. Next up, number 104, Masquerade. Mill a card from the top of your opponent's deck, and if your opponent activates a monster effect during the battle phase, you can detach a Xyz material and negate that effect and do 800 damage to your opponent. Number 32, Shark Drake. So this guy I need some explanation for. I love this card a lot. He is one of my favorite Xyz monsters. And I just had to play him in a deck where I'm going for rank 4 spam with more than 3 materials, or more than 2 materials. Evil Swarm Ouroboros, arguably one of the best replacements for Shockmaster. Now onto the Chaos monsters I play. Number C32, Shark Drake Vice. Okay, again, this guy is just a personal favorite of mine. You can literally take him out for anything you want. He's just a really, really good beat stick. His effect you can only use if you have 1,000 or less life points, and you can just Xyz summon him by plopping him on top of Shark Drake. Doesn't matter what your life points are or anything. He has a pretty nice effect where you can detach Xyz material, banish a monster in your graveyard, target a monster your opponent controls, reduces attack points to 0. That is a quick effect, by the way. Number C101, Silent Honor Dark. I kind of wish they kept the Knight at the end of the name so you could say the Dark Knight Rises or something. I had so many bad Dark Knight puns whenever I was playing this card online before the official name came out. Basically what this guy does is, he's 101 but you don't have to detach, and if he dies he comes back and you gain life points equal to his attack points, so 2,800, which is a lot. Number C102, Archfiend Seraph. I don't know why that was so hard for me to read. Basically, this guy has everything that like the standard Star Seraph Sentry has, but however he doesn't need to detach as much. You need to detach 1, just negate something, and I believe it drops its attack to 0. Yeah, it drops his attack to 0, negates its effects, and if he would die, you can detach 2 Xyz materials from him instead. And once he runs out of Xyz materials, do 1,500 damage to your opponent, which is a lot of damage. And then finally, C104, Umbral Horror Masquerade. This guy is arguably one of the best chaos numbers I've ever seen. Whenever he is Xyz summoned, or I believe it's whenever he is special summoned, when this card is special summoned, you get to target a spell or trap card on the field, blow it up. And if he has the original Masquerade under him and succeeds materials, he gains the additional effect where if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can detach this seized material, negate that effect, and then if you do, you get to discard a random card out of your opponent's hand, and then half your opponent's life points, which is quite a lot. I love this card a lot. It's a really, really good boss monster. It's a 3k beat stick. Oh, your opponent tries to 101 it. Nope. They just lost a card out of their hand and lost half their life points. This card is really, really, really good. And then I do play 2 fusions, as I mentioned earlier. Thousand Strict, more so as a backup if I already used up my Norden. That's the deck profile. So guys, hope you enjoyed the deck profile. I love this deck a lot. It's a lot of fun to play, very, very fast, very, very easy to use too. It's just really, really, really fun. I don't know what else to say. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a comment down below. Have a great day, guys. Peace out. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. See you guys later. Bye.